Have you ever been told to just stay positive no matter what? Like your feelings are a math problem, and the only correct answer is optimism? It's everywhere. On social media, in motivational talks, even in casual conversations. Look on the bright side. Keep smiling. It could be worse. But what if this relentless positivity is actually doing more harm than good? The problem starts when positivity becomes a demand rather than a choice. When expressing sadness, anger, or fear isn't just frowned upon. It's dismissed, invalidated, or labeled as weakness. Suddenly, the complex, messy reality of human emotions is squeezed into a neat box labeled good vibes only. And if you don't fit, well, you're left feeling isolated, misunderstood, or worse, like there's something wrong with you. This phenomenon has a name: toxic positivity. It's the belief that no matter how bad things get, you should maintain a happy, upbeat attitude. At first glance, it sounds helpful. Who wouldn't want to avoid drowning in negativity? But toxic positivity ignores the essential role of negative emotions in growth, healing, and authentic connection. Imagine trying to heal a wound by ignoring the pain and pretending everything's fine. The pain is your body's way of telling you something's wrong. Push it aside too long, and the wound festers. The same goes for emotions. Suppressing sadness or anger doesn't make them disappear. It buries them deeper, often manifesting in anxiety, depression, or physical symptoms. Toxic positivity also makes it harder to ask for help. If society expects you to be strong and stay positive, admitting vulnerability feels like failure, so you wear a mask, pretending you're okay even when you're not. It's exhausting, lonely, and unsustainable. And here's the kicker: toxic positivity can harm relationships. When someone shares their pain and you respond with, "It could be worse," or "At least you're alive," you might mean well, but you're invalidating their experience. It's like telling someone their feelings are wrong. True support isn't about fixing or minimizing. It's about listening and accepting. So what's the antidote? It starts with balance. Embracing the full range of emotions, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Recognizing that feeling down doesn't make you a failure. That it's okay to not be okay sometimes. It means practicing radical acceptance, letting yourself and others feel what they feel without judgment or pressure to cheer up. It means understanding that optimism is a tool, not a mandate. This doesn't mean drowning in negativity. It means acknowledging reality, learning from discomfort, and moving forward with authenticity. In a world obsessed with positivity, dare to be real. Dare to say, "I'm struggling today." Dare to cry, to be angry, to feel lost. Because true strength isn't about always smiling. It's about embracing your humanity, flaws, fears, and all. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real path to healing. And here's something else. Toxic positivity often turns into a competition. Who can stay the happiest? The most upbeat? The most grateful no matter what life throws at them? Social media feeds are flooded with quotes like "choose joy" or "gratitude changes everything," which sound great until they don't. When you're struggling, seeing endless sunshine and rainbows feels less like inspiration and more like a punch in the gut. This pressure to perform happiness can isolate you further. Instead of sharing your real feelings, you hide them behind a curated smile. You scroll through your feed, feeling like the odd one out, like you're the only person not handling life right. It's a lonely place because nobody admits to being anything but perfect all the time. And it's not just about individuals. Toxic positivity can infect workplaces, families, and communities. Imagine a workplace where expressing frustration or burnout is discouraged because we need to keep the energy positive. Imagine a family dinner where everyone laughs off serious concerns because let's not be negative. These environments stifle authenticity and make it harder to address real problems. But how do you find balance? How do you avoid slipping into despair while rejecting toxic positivity? Start by giving yourself permission to feel. Every emotion has value. Sadness teaches us about loss and need. Anger points out injustice and boundary violations. Fear signals danger. Ignoring these messages doesn't make them go away. It just delays healing. Practice listening, not just to others but to yourself. Notice when you're brushing off your feelings with "it's fine" or "it could be worse." Challenge those thoughts gently. What are you really feeling? What do you need? Learn to sit with discomfort. It's uncomfortable, yes, but necessary. Growth often happens in the cracks, not in the comfort zones. It's in facing hard truths that resilience builds. And when supporting others, try this. Validate before you motivate. Before offering advice or silver linings, acknowledge their pain. Say, "That sounds really tough. I'm here for you. It's okay to feel this way." Sometimes, the best gift is simply being present without judgment. Toxic positivity doesn't have to be the norm. We can cultivate cultures and conversations where all emotions are welcomed, where vulnerability is strength, not weakness. So next time you catch yourself or someone else saying, just stay positive, pause and ask, is this encouraging healing or silencing pain? Because true healing isn't about ignoring the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Toxic positivity disguises itself as kindness, but often it's a form of emotional avoidance. People want to comfort, so they rush to plaster a smile over pain instead of sitting with it. It's easier to say, look on the bright side, than to confront uncomfortable feelings or difficult realities. This avoidance can leave people feeling unseen and unheard, deepening their isolation. It also creates unrealistic expectations. If you believe you must always be positive, every setback feels like a personal failure. You begin policing your own emotions, pushing away anything that doesn't fit the happy narrative. This self-censorship can lead to bottled up feelings that eventually explode in unexpected ways, harming mental and physical health. Real positivity isn't about denying hardship. It's about acknowledging pain while choosing hope and action in spite of it. It's messy, complicated, and sometimes slow, but it's authentic. It allows space for growth and connection because it doesn't demand perfection. Learning to embrace the full spectrum of emotions builds emotional intelligence and resilience. Recognizing when to lean into joy and when to honor sadness helps you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. Accepting that negative emotions are part of the human experience makes space for healing and deeper understanding. Cultivating environments where people feel safe to express their true feelings without fear of judgment or dismissal strengthens relationships and communities. It fosters empathy and genuine support rather than superficial cheerfulness. Toxic positivity thrives in silence. Breaking that silence by speaking openly about struggles can be revolutionary. It reminds us that vulnerability is not a weakness but a pathway to authenticity and connection. Maybe the real power lies not in forcing positivity but in embracing reality as it is, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Only then can true healing begin. There's a certain bravery in admitting when things aren't okay. Society often paints vulnerability as a flaw, but it's actually a source of strength. Opening up about fears, doubts, or sadness doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. It creates space for others to do the same, breaking the cycle of toxic positivity and loneliness. Learning to accept and express negative emotions can improve mental health. It reduces anxiety and depression by releasing pent-up feelings instead of hiding them. Therapy and honest conversations aren't about fixing you instantly, they're about understanding and integrating all parts of yourself. Remember, emotions are signals, not commands. Feeling sad doesn't mean you have to stay stuck. It means there's something to pay attention to. Feeling angry isn't permission to lash out. It's a cue to set boundaries. When you treat emotions this way, you reclaim control instead of being controlled. Cultural shifts are starting to happen. More people are speaking openly about mental health struggles and rejecting toxic positivity. This change is crucial for building a healthier, more compassionate society where people are valued for their full humanity. So next time you hear someone say stay positive, consider what they really mean. Are they encouraging resilience or dismissing pain? You get to decide how to respond. Maybe with kindness, patience, and a reminder that it's okay not to be okay. Because the truth is, healing begins with honesty, not with forced smiles or empty platitudes. And that honesty, that's where real hope lives. What if we redefined strength? Instead of measuring it by how well you mask your pain, what if true strength was how openly you face it? How courageously you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to feel deeply, and to ask for help when needed. This kind of strength fosters connection, the very thing that toxic positivity so often undermines. Connection reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles. Everyone carries hidden battles behind their smiles. When we accept that, empathy grows. We stop forcing people to be cheerful and start supporting them through their real emotions. It creates a culture of compassion where healing is possible. The next time you catch yourself brushing off someone's pain with a quick, "it could be worse," pause. Instead, try to listen, really listen. Offer presence instead of platitudes. It's okay not to have answers. Sometimes, just being there is enough. Similarly, give yourself permission to feel. Resist the urge to power through every uncomfortable emotion. Let sadness wash over you. Let anger energize you to set boundaries. Let fear alert you to risks. Embrace these feelings as teachers rather than enemies. Healing doesn't mean forgetting pain or pretending it never happened. Healing means integrating your whole experience, the light and the dark, into a richer, fuller understanding of yourself. It means accepting imperfection and uncertainty. As we As we collectively shift away from toxic positivity, we create space for genuine joy. Joy that isn't forced, but emerges naturally from authenticity. Joy that coexists with sorrow, hope alongside hardship. So remember, you don't have to smile through everything. You don't have to be positive all the time. You don't have to hide your struggles. You just have to be real. And in that realness lies freedom. In that freedom lies healing. And in that healing lies true peace.